Welcome to Talk Bowling episode 128. I'm Dustin Seymour.
I'm Tony Rucco. Talk Bowling is proud to bring you the latest information from the bowling industry, bowling tips, and updates on the world's largest internet bowling website, bowlingballcom. Hey.
Here we are.
The
The staff is here.
Yeah. I feel kind of like bulky in this shirt. It like comes up under my armpits, makes me do like this number.
Yeah, you look like Arnold back in the day.
Arnold back in the day. Alright, well, there you go.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us. Our first question is from YouTube. What are your best tips for bringing a dead ball back to life? And that's from Travis Knox, once again on YouTube.
Alright. Well, with all the stuff out today, I would say the Reviver treatment is probably the best. The heat pulls the oil out of the ball. I think they're all pretty much about the same as far as what they do. There's a few different brands. There's ones that we sell. You could always bring it into your pro shop, have it resurfaced. There's another machine called the Detox Machine, which I think is the same concept as a Reviver, except it uses water and like electric waves. What is it? Is that what it is? Yeah.
Just to draw the oil out.
It's cool looking. I don't know if it does anything different than the heat, but you want to do something that you can find approved or that's been used for bowling balls. Don't stick it in your oven. Don't put it in kitty litter. Don't do all of that stuff. Find something like that. And you can always use a product throughout bowling, like Monster Tack, any of those type of cleaners that are going to pull the oil out of the ball as you're bowling. And you can use those during leagues so you can keep it up to date as you're going.
Yeah, if you want your ball to last a long time, you really got to keep up with it these days.
Yeah.
I mean, balls now absorb so much oil. That's how they're able to hook so much. So you have to keep up with it, or you're going to lose reaction. And I'm always baffled with how many people don't realize they actually have to
maintain the
surface. Not so much cleaning, but as the ball rolls down the lane, it's changing the surface.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If you like it at 2,000 grit, well, every 9 to 12 games, depending on the type of ball, you need to take it back to that grit.
Yeah, it's not really 2,000 grit anymore.
Right.
After you bowl probably after a game you start to lose that grit, and so keeping up with the surface, and that helps keep the ball from getting dead or bringing it back to life. If you keep that surface up, you may not actually be losing reaction. You may just be changing the surface as you use it. So, like Dustin said, get onto like a maintenance schedule with your stuff. Thanks for the question. Next question from Facebook. Hi guys, what would be your best advice on keeping emotions in check when involved in a tournament? I tried breathing and all that, but would still like some help. That's from Eddie Foshee on Facebook.
Well, you just have to realize that no matter where you're bowling and what the stakes are, it's still just bowling. By putting extra pressure on yourself in a tournament, all you're doing is, worsening your chances of performing up to your abilities. Sure, there might be money on the line,
right,
or you really want to do well, but at the end of the day, it's the same thing. You're throwing a ball. You can't put extra pressure on yourself.
Yeah, I agree. I would just it is the same as when you go practicing. I tell my son this all the time with baseball. It's hitting in a game is no different than batting practice, except you're probably going to see some different pitches, but your mental approach and the way you go about what you're doing has to be the same every time. Whether there's $5 on the line, no money on the line, 10,000 on the line, it's got to be the same approach every time you get up. The other thing I would try, for me it always works, just kind of keeping your head out of it a little bit. I see it more now with people wearing music. They'll have headphones on in between shots, or they'll be playing on their phone or something, and I see it in other sports too. So I guess keeping focused but kind of getting your head out of what's going on may help as well.
It's different for headphones while you're bowling.
Yeah, don't do that. That is kind of obnoxious. But in between putting them on, I don't have an issue with that, and I see
play on your phone. Do something.
Yeah, just to, when you get on the approach, stay in the moment, obviously. But if you can stay focused and kind of keep your head out of it a little bit, most people get in their own way.
You got to find what works for you. I mean, there's people like Norm Duke that are constantly thinking about the next shot and what the lanes are going to do, what move. But sometimes that might not work for you. I think once you get onto the approach, maybe visualize your shot if you don't normally do that. Really try to focus on what you want to accomplish with each shot, and maybe that'll ease your mind a little bit.
Yeah, Yeah, I agree. It's a good question. It's maybe a little deeper than how we go because it gets into more of the mental aspect and that.
Some people are just more cut out for pressure than others. I mean, if you're not every great bowler isn't great under pressure. You know, you have to learn to get better and how to manage your emotion, or just drink a lot before you bowl.
That works for Dustin. He said before you bowl, but he meant during, after.
Or during, after, yeah.
All right, good question, Eddie. All right, upcoming releases. On 3/14, we have the Storm Shorelock and the Roto Grip Daredevil Trick. We also have the Motiv United Revolt on March 15th. And then on March 28th, the Columbia Impulse Solid. So check out those releases. We should have videos up for a majority of those here shortly. So take a look at those.
And we do run a contest each week on bowlingball.com where we give away a bowling ball. All you have to do is click the 52 weeks, 52 winners image on the right side of the page to register. And remember, you do have to sign up each week as it doesn't roll over and it's fresh every week.
And Bowling Boards also gives a bowling ball away each week. Head over to bowlingboards.com, register, and make at least one post per week to be entered. And again, that contest resets each week as well.
And the same with Pyramid Bowling. Head over to their Facebook page, facebook.com/Pyramid Bowling. They also give away, a bag, ball, something every week. And make sure you head over there and sign up.
All right, how to contact us. I've been seeing more questions coming in lately.
Yeah,
so
thankfully, keep sending them.
That is awesome. You can email us at questions@talkbowling.com. Visit us at facebook.com/talkbowling. On Twitter @talkbowling, or you can leave a comment on talkbowling.com any episode.
Mm-hmm. All right, question of the week. Last week's was, what branch of the U.S. military issued a unit patch that featured a bowling ball knocking down pins? And Kevin Gilbert answered this one correctly. It was the U.S. Army 19th Bombardment Squadron.
Really?
That was a cool name.
Yeah,
Bombardment is a cool name.
Bombardment. It will make a bowling ball.
You could use your
really
wrist to bombard somebody.
Yeah, keep getting funny and I'll use it on you.
So how'd you do that?
So we're going to do that, huh?
I mean, people are going to ask. You might as well tell them. And if you see in the upcoming videos, don't ask why Tony's not in them. Because now you know.
Yeah, that's right. It was actually an MMA match. Cage fighting. I went off the top of the cage, came down wrong on my wrist on some guy's head.
I was cleaning my windows and slipped on some Windex.
I was actually in Colorado with friends, family.
Oh, big shot.
Doing, the ski trip from Florida. A bunch of goofballs. First time down the mountain, I fell off the snowboard. I fell forward. I broke my wrist in 2 places. I proceeded to drink for the rest of the ski trip.
At least you didn't Sonny Bono it.
I didn't go into a tree. I didn't die. A woman died like the day before.
Are you serious?
We got there. I feel bad, and she went into a tree. And then
maybe if you have a ski slope, cut the trees down.
Well, and everyone was saying, "Oh, that trail has a lot of trees." Like they were saying it as if it was a cool thing. Like, "Oh, that hole on the golf course has a lot of water," but I'm not going to die. Like I'm just going to lose a golf ball. But they were saying it as if it was like this awesome thing, and I'm like, but why would you go down that slope if you know there are trees and you're not a professional? Like your odds of dying
even
are high.
If you are a professional, you could have.
I kind of get it though, like a little bit maybe, but like a buddy of mine's like, oh, I may go down this run because it has some trees or something, and like on my run, when I saw a tree was like 50 feet from me, I started to like get scared. I'm like, oh, I could lose control really quick and die. I was going like super slow, obviously, but anyway, so that's how I broke my wrist. Thank you. I'm embarrassed. I know all you people who ski and snowboard are gonna be like, "Oh, it's so easy." Blah, blah, blah. It's not the same as surfing. They told me it was the same as surfing. It's not. I can't break my wrist.
There's
surfing.
No sharks on the snow, which is good. But remember that game where the little
maybe you should have seen my kids though. They were like, you'd have thought they grew up in the snow. That's great to be 12.
Yeah.
Bones are made of rubber.
I skied once when I was 3. It wasn't very good, but
no. I looked really cool. I had all the cool stuff going, like the rental stuff, but
that's awesome.
Didn't matter. Yeah, so there you go. That's why I'm not in the videos. I'll be out for another few weeks.
Back to he'll have to wear a Robbie Revs or something.
Oh, maybe like a pro release. Thank you for that. Yeah. This week's question of the week, getting off of my gimpy wrist.
I forgot we didn't do that yet.
What is the lowest series ever bowled in League that includes a 300 game? And if the answer is 300...
No.
Does it have a 3 in front of it? It must.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's low, though. It's really low.
Alright, well... That's great. In closing, remember bowlingball.com is free shipping on every item every day. No hidden handling fees, no packaging fees, no added insurance fees, no minimum purchase. The price shown is the price you pay at checkout. Bowlingball.com, it's where bowlers go.